for you when you have a moment.
Well, well, well. Welcome back, Rook. Looks like you got a new toy for me. Go on in and give everyone the lowdown. We'll take care of things from here.
Head on in. We'll take the ship to another port.
You know, I've always wondered, if someone...
Yeah?
I've got bounties in every system. Idiots will never get.
So there I am. UC Security.
Nice to know Neva was right about you. It's good to have a promising rookie with the fleet.
The fattest leech I've ever seen.
I won't deny I helped. Let's hope the compensation reflects that, huh? Anyway, I believe I owe you a drink. It's the last time I'm paying, of course. Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy, you've earned more than your fair share already with that comm spike. Yeah, although I get why you didn't give me the details. If I had known this was about the legacy, I might have asked for a bigger cut. See you.
As long as you put the fleet first.
Anyway, I believe I owe you a... Because if Delgado's right about Crix's legacy... Sounds like you're on board as... I have to admit, the way things are...
Discovering Crix's legacy would solve one of the settled system's great mysteries. Oh, I'm as curious and excited as anyone to see what we'll find.
Anyway, I've kept you long enough. Now that you've had your drink, and my debt is paid, it's time for you to give Delgado the good news.
What's happening, darling? Oh, yes, of course. I almost forgot. Spending these moments close to you makes everything I've gone through worthwhile. If it keeps us close, then I'll gladly say those words every time you ask.
Been hearing some stuff about the Mantis being back.
Interesting. Exposed wires here, a little rust there. What a unique way to decorate.
You check out the Reckoner's core. She's a beauty.
Jasmine tells me that you not only brought us the comm spike, but an entire prototype UC ship. I'm impressed, Rook. Very impressed.
Should have taken the compliment, Rook. Dale doesn't give those out often. Juan gave us the full rundown of your little smash and grab operation. She gave you some really high praise. Said you were a pro.
And from what I hear, receiving praise from Juan Dayu is quite an accomplishment. All in all, a job well done. Now, on to the business at hand. Jasmine, are you there?
Yep, I'm here, boss. What's up?
How's it going?
I already have 2 of my crew tearing the ship apart from one end to the other. Comm spike shouldn't be too tough to extract. I'm looking forward to seeing what those UC techs have been up to.
Keep me posted. All right. That leaves our electromagnetic atmosphere problem. And I think we've discovered a solution. There's a corporation in the city of Neon called Generdyne. They're responsible for the massive conduction grid that powers the city. We get our hands on their electrical absorption tech, and Jasmine swears she can tame it to handle Bannock 4.
You damn right she can. My girl can piece together a jump engine with her eyes shut. Literally, I've seen her do it. Lost good money on that bet.
All right, let's not get carried away. Now, why don't you give us the info on our Neon contact?
You get to meet up with the lovely Estelle Vincent. She's had her deft little fingers on the pulse of Neon for some time now. Whatever info you need, I guarantee she can get.
Estelle is one of the most reliable captains we have in the fleet. If I want something done, there's none of the typical bullshit. It gets done, and afterward we all split the cash. No. There is no getting along here. You are going to do everything she asks. Follow her instructions to the letter. She is valuable to the fleet. You piss her off and we lose her as a contact, you're going to be answering to me.
Understood. We'll do our best to remain on her good side.
Never mind her good side. You'd be better off appealing to her bank account. That is what drives her.
Estelle will be waiting at Madame Sauvage's place. I'd say don't keep her waiting, but chances are she won't mind. Girl loves her liquor.
And keep your eyes on the prize. Neon's one big distraction for people like us, so I want you focused. We are one step away from Crix's legacy, and we cannot afford any screw-ups.
I hope Bug has something strong enough to knock me out.
We may not have official security on the key.
Always listen to the... Elgato. Unless you want to get healed.
Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
Howdy.
I wouldn't want to be there at mast when the commander has to explain to
It seems you had quite the eventful mission on your hands. You still have the Crimson Fleet's trust, and you were able to spare lives in the process. But you did so with an abundance of stealth and restraint. That's exactly what we're looking for in a SysDef operative.
Starting a firefight on SY-920 would have been an inappropriate course of action. We favored the quiet approach.
Excuse me, sir. I hate to interrupt, but there's still the matter of the comm spike to discuss.
Yes, of course, Lieutenant. Time is short, and we should get to the matter at hand. Please give me your report. Then it's just a matter of time before she reverse engineers it to fit the fleet's purposes. So what does Delgado have you doing next? Has he solved the Bannock 4 problem? The conduction grid?
That's brilliant, but is it actually possible? It's 80-year-old tech. Sorry, sir. The conduction grid is how Neon generates its power. It essentially absorbs lightning strikes and converts it to usable energy. It would take a hell of an engineer to modify the technology to handle Bannock 4's EM field. An engineer, like Jasmine Durand.
That's the case. Inform our contacts on Neon that our operative will be touching down there in the near future.
Absolutely, sir.
And before you depart, I wanted you to know that your efforts are helping us gain interest among my superiors. They're finally beginning to believe that we can take down the Crimson Fleet and make amends for the UC's embarrassing mistake. It's long overdue. All right, I suppose that's all for now. I'll be looking forward to your next report. Good luck. And please, be careful.
Pardon?
Scanners won't hurt you.
Keep moving.
Side's a bad place for tourists these days.
Sauvages. Hi.
Yeah? Well, if I had a credit for every time I heard that line, I wouldn't be stuck working in this place. So, I'm guessing you're the rook that Delgado sent. Well, let me save both of us some time. Turn around, fly back to the key, and tell the big boss that I'm in no mood to screw around. We'll make this deal when he starts taking me seriously. Are you serious? You're just gonna completely blow me off like that? I spent the last 3 months setting up this job, burned 2 contacts and a hell of a lot of credits. The whole time, I'm also keeping Bayou off our backs. That idiot even catches a whiff of money and he latches onto you like a damn leech.
The few times I've dealt with Benjamin Bayou in the past have been rather unpleasant, to say the least.
All right. I get the point. Let's just get this over with. I don't have a ton of time to stand here and screw around, so I'm gonna make this as clear as possible. You want the conduction grid tech, then you're gonna have to download it from the power core of Generdyne's facility in the underbelly. Love the confidence, but before you pull the ripcord, I'm afraid I need to add a bit of a wrinkle. While you're inside Generdyne, I need you to plant a virus into their system. It's a simple side job that'll earn you some credits. I think you can handle it. Well, look at you. Generdyne has all sorts of tasty, valuable snacks in their databanks, and I want access. Here, take this microdrive and access the computer in Brayson Bayou's office. It'll do the rest on its own. It might be wireless, but you aren't going to be able to use it from here, genius. Generdyne's got their place locked down tight. But, as usual, the weak link comes from the people that work there. I recommend you start with Ayumi Komiko, an upper-level exec at Generdyne. Get your hands on her security pass, and you'll have the run of the place. Ryujin Clark doesn't mean shit at Generdyne. So you're gonna have to deal with Komiko and potentially her boyfriend, Benjamin Bayou. Anyway, you can find Komiko at Euphorica. Talk to the owner of the place, Micah. She'll point you in the right direction. As for dealing with Komiko herself, she's got an office in the trade tower if you're looking for something incriminating. The rest is up to you, Rook. When you're done, come meet me at the VIP booth in the Astral Lounge so we can celebrate. Don't let Komiko push you around. She isn't as tough as she seems.
That side's a bad place for tourists.
Each of our unique starships. You fought hard to get to where you are. Here, and you received your best guide.
Speak with me only if you have what it takes to do.
Welcome. Please, make yourself comfortable. I can offer you a drink, or perhaps you're here seeking access to our members' lounge, where you can enjoy your Aurora experience in peace. No, not this again. You people should leave her alone. What do you want with her? Yeah, sure. Tell me another. You debt collectors are low-life assholes. She's broke, okay? Now get out of my club before I get really pissed.
No, really. I'd like to see you try.
The Crimson Fleet? Oh my, well, I worry about her. Ayumi owes a lot of money around town. I'm trying to help her out. But, you know, I have a business to keep afloat. If you want to talk to her, you can find her in the members' lounge. Of course, access to the lounge is going... Excellent. Then here is your access key. Please let us know if anything in the lounge interferes with your comfort. Enjoy your stay.
Love the vibe of this place.
Looks like
yeah.
you need to
What do you want?
relax.
You must be zoned out of your mind, because there's no way. The Crimson Fleet, huh? So tell me, what does Delgado need with my... So, let me get this straight. You want me to sneak you into Genodyne so you can steal the only profitable piece. If you expect me to take a risk like that... Do you have any idea what Ben... If I'm going to let you into... Yes, you do. You've got yourself a deal. Here, take this pass. I'm warning you, though. Once you're inside, you're trespassing in a high-security... Good luck.
You good?
Rather be doing this than getting mixed up with the gangs.
Oh, it smells horrible down here. Oh, how can these workers stand the smell of rotten fish and goodness knows what else?
Someone's power kept going out. Know what it was?
Must be a lot of valuable tech disappearing from Genodyne to justify all the scrutiny of their own employees.
if you want the encryption cipher, you're welcome to it.
You're dead!
No catch. You know, I've spent my entire... Everything always works out for him. Yeah. You know what? The passcode for my terminal is GEN-4...
I knew it!
There you are. What kept you? I believe we have a lot to discuss. It's obvious you're here to meet someone. Fortunately for them, they rented this VIP room under a false name. I assume that same someone provided you with that clever little all too well. You know, I should give credit where it's due. That's the last time I'll ever take the Crimson. Probably. It's because I don't negotiate now. For your it may seem that way. Look, I'm not here to debate. All you have to do is tell me who's profiting from the virus you've uploaded. In return, I'll let... My dear friend, you could... I'm afraid you'll just have to... Really? That's the... There's a body that Neon Security is going to be discovering very soon. One with... I'd say you have about 1 hour to leave. So, I assume this... Oh, when you get back to the key, be certain to give Neva and Delgado...
Glad you're back. Sorry about the whole Benjamin Bayou thing at the Astral Lounge. Can you believe the nerve of that smug son of a bitch? The man is priceless. You're not the least bit concerned that he found the virus and figured out where we were meeting that quickly. Must be nice to be so naive. Well, I'm glad someone's happy. Since Bayou flagged the virus, I can't risk accessing the system now. All that work I did trying to crack Generdyne is gone. Now I'm in a bit of a bind. The prep work for this job put me in deep for a bunch of cash, and I have no way to pay it all back. I've been Fleet for the last 5 years. You don't have to remind me that there's risk in what we do. Look, I was hoping you'd pick up on what I was trying to ask. What the hell with it? I'll just ask. Can you cut me in for a little bit of cash you're making on this job? I mean, I did get you inside and practically hand you the data. I appreciate that. I really do. Having each other's back. How much are you willing to part with? Wow, that's... All right, I guess we're done here. Tell Delgado if he ever needs me for anything else. And hey, you won't be hearing Rook from me anymore. As far as I'm concerned, if anyone tries to tell you otherwise... I hear things are heating up back at the Key, so I might fire up my bird and head over to check things out. Rumor has it that Delgado has some... If there's even a chance that it's true, I want to be there when Shinya Voss starts splitting the loot. Just watch your ass. Benny isn't exactly going to be tickled that you've been talking to his brother. All hell's breaking loose, Rook. Delgado needs you in the repair bay with Jazz as soon as possible. Oh, it's bad. Now get your...
Look at the state of this place. It's amazing the key is still in one piece.
Need a drink? Bug at the Last Nova will be more than happy to take your credits.
And you are sure we will have those defense batteries up and running?
No. I'm not sure. They're in bad shape, Del. Really bad shape. I'm already using duct tape and spit to keep the station from falling apart, and you want me to pull a rabbit out of my hat?
I don't want to hear excuses. I want to hear that it's going to be fixed. Period. Get it done.
All right. I'm on it.
You want to quit standing there and hand over the conduction grid data?
Ah, perfect. I'll take that.
Dependable as always. Unlike some people we know.
Oh, that's real funny.
All right, listen up because I don't want to repeat this twice. We've gotten word that UC SysDef is massing somewhere nearby for an attack on the key. While we prepare for their arrival, I want you to head straight for Bannock 4 and bring Crix's legacy home. Just slow down and listen before you jump the gun and ruin everything. Lay it out, Jess.
All right, first things first. I'm gonna upload this data you snagged from Generdyne into the Key's databanks. All you need to do is build and then install a conduction grid module onto your ship. Oh, and if you haven't already, you'll need the comm spike module installed as well.
While we're at it, perhaps we should fetch your groceries for you as well?
Once your ship is ready, jump out to Bannock 4, board the Legacy, and bring us the cash. Nothing around here is simple.
Del's right. You have to follow these steps carefully, or don't bother coming back. After you board the Legacy, be on the lookout for 2 transfer modules. They're special keys that allow access to the ship's vault. Once you locate the vault's control center, hook up the data core I'm gonna give you, and download everything they've got.
And before you get any bright ideas, like running off with the money, that currency is going to be heavily encrypted. Only a genius like Shinya will be able to crack that encryption, so bring it back here right away. Yeah? I sure hope so. Look, I'm gonna make this real simple for you. If that money ends up anywhere but the key, I will hunt you down and pry it out of your dead hands myself. Now get moving. Get moving before it's too late.
Looking to start something? Bulk grog is fine. If I take one shot. You win.
I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make this fast. The comm spike trace... that file you lifted from the Galbank. All you have to do is get within the vicinity of Bannock 4, and the comm spike... Well, you already know that the conduction grid does a pretty nifty trick. It absorbs extreme voltage, and the version for your ship can still absorb incoming electrical energy. Like, say, the EM fields. Instead, it just has a nice side. Not a problem. Conduction grid data is all set up in the system, so should be an easy install. Alright, whatever. I need to get those defensive batteries online. There are 3 defensive batteries, basically high-powered military space turrets. They were part of the UC's original defenses for the station. Pretty effective, too. The good news is that the batteries have an incredibly wide field of coverage, so they can pick off ships trying to reach the key from any vector. This is it. Don't screw this up. I need to get those defensive batteries online, so make this fast. The ComSpike trait, that file you lift, all you have to do. Not a problem. Conduction grid data is also... Oh, yeah, nothing like changing...